What if I told you that right now, sitting in your refrigerator or your kitchen cupboard, there's a drink that's silently undoing everything you're doing to stay healthy? It's not about calories. It's about what it does to your kidneys, your brain, your bones, and your blood pressure after 60. Some of these are marketed as healthy. Some of them you've been drinking for 40 years without a second thought. But after 60, your body processes fluids differently. Your kidneys are less forgiving. Your heart is more sensitive. And today, I'm going to walk you through the drinks that are quietly working against your longevity, and more importantly, what to replace them with. Stick with me until the end, because drink number 3 is something millions of seniors drink every single morning believing it's good for them, and drink number 5 might be the hardest truth you hear today. Let's protect your body together. Let's start with the obvious villain that still lives in too many homes: regular soda. And no, I'm not just going to say it has sugar and move on. I need you to understand what one can does to a body over 60. One single 12-ounce can contains about 39 grams of sugar. That's roughly 10 teaspoons. When that hits your bloodstream after 60, your pancreas has to work overtime pumping out insulin. But here's what most people miss. That sugar doesn't just spike your blood glucose. It triggers a process called glycation. Glycation is when sugar molecules glom onto your collagen and elastin, the proteins that keep your skin smooth and your arteries flexible. They turn soft, pliable tissue into stiff, brittle tissue. Wrinkles on the outside, stiff arteries on the inside. And after 60, your body repairs glycation damage much slower than it did at 30. Every sip of regular soda is a direct deposit into accelerated aging. And it gets worse. The phosphoric acid in dark colas? It leaches calcium from your bones. Your body tries to buffer the acid by pulling calcium, its natural alkaline buffer, right out of your skeleton. If you're concerned about osteoporosis or fractures, the soda needs to go. Not reduced. Gone. And now the one that tricks millions of people. I switched to diet, so I'm safe. I'm sorry, but the science says otherwise, and I care about you too much not to tell you. Artificial sweeteners like aspartame, sucralose, and saccharin are hundreds of times sweeter than sugar. When they hit your tongue, your brain says, "Sweetness incoming. Prepare for calories." Your body releases insulin in anticipation, but no calories arrive. Over time, this confuses your metabolic system and can actually increase insulin resistance, the opposite of what you want. But for the over 60 crowd, there's a bigger concern. Recent research published in journals like Stroke and the Journal of the American College of Cardiology found associations between daily diet soda consumption and significantly increased risk of stroke, heart attack, and dementia. Not causation, but strong, repeated association. Plus, the phosphoric acid problem? Same as regular soda. Your bones don't care if the acid comes from a diet can or a regular can. If you need the bubbles, and I get it, switch to sparkling water with a squeeze of lemon or lime. You get the fizz without the phantom sweetness confusing your brain. More on replacements at the end. This is the one that breaks my heart because the intention is so good. Millions of seniors start their morning with a tall glass of store-bought orange juice believing they're giving their body vitamin C and a healthy start. And the marketing wants you to believe that. But let me show you what's really in that glass. When you juice a fruit, you strip away the fiber. Fiber is the braking system that slows down sugar absorption. Without it, fruit juice hits your liver almost as fast as soda. A glass of apple juice has roughly the same sugar load as a glass of cola. But because it says fruit on the label, we've been conditioned to think it's virtuous. After 60, your liver is less efficient at handling fructose. That excess sugar gets converted into triglycerides, blood fats, and stored in the liver. This contributes to fatty liver disease, elevated triglycerides, and insulin resistance, all of which accelerate aging. If you love orange juice, eat the orange. The whole fruit gives you the fiber, the chewing satisfaction, and half the sugar spike. If you want a morning beverage with actual health benefits after 60, I'll give you specific suggestions at the end. But the bottled juice? It's candy in a health costume. This is the sensitive one, and I'm not here to take away your evening glass of wine if your doctor says it's fine. But after 60, the rules change. And you deserve to know the new rules. As we age, Our bodies naturally hold less water. We're literally drier beings. Alcohol is a diuretic. It forces water out. This means the same 2 glasses of wine you enjoyed at 45 are hitting you harder at 65. Your liver metabolizes alcohol slower. The toxins stay in your system longer. But the most under-discussed effect on seniors is sleep destruction. Alcohol might help you fall asleep faster, but it absolutely destroys your REM sleep, the restorative deep sleep when your brain cleans itself and your body repairs tissue. You wake up at 3 a.m., heart pounding, can't fall back asleep. That's the alcohol rebound effect. And poor sleep accelerates cognitive decline. I'm not saying abstinence for everyone, but if you drink, know the new limits after 60. 1 standard drink for women, up to 2 for men, and I mean standard, not a goblet filled to the brim. And at least 3 to 4 alcohol-free days per week. Your brain, your liver, and your sleep quality will thank you. Oh, these are delicious. I'm not going to pretend they're not. But we have to be honest about what we're drinking. A large caramel frappuccino or flavored latte is not coffee. It's a milkshake with caffeine. And after 60, that combination is particularly rough on the body. Some of these drinks contain more sugar than 3 donuts. Combine that sugar spike with caffeine, and you're putting your cardiovascular system through a roller coaster. The caffeine constricts blood vessels and raises blood pressure. The sugar causes an insulin surge, and the saturated fat from heavy cream and caramel triggers inflammation. For someone over 60 with even mildly elevated blood pressure or cholesterol, this is a morning assault. And it's marketed as a treat, a reward, I deserve this. You deserve to feel good and live long. That's the real reward. Black coffee itself is actually associated with longevity and reduced dementia risk. The problem isn't the coffee. It's the dessert we've poured into it. If you need creaminess, try unsweetened oat or almond milk. If you need flavor, cinnamon or a drop of vanilla extract. But the whipped cream on top lifestyle? Retire it before it retires you. These were designed for young athletes in intense, sweaty competition. Not for a Tuesday afternoon walk around the neighborhood. And certainly not for anyone managing blood pressure, heart rhythm, or kidney function. One energy drink can contain 200 to 300 milligrams of caffeine, equivalent to 2 to 3 cups of coffee all at once. But it's not just the caffeine. It's the combination of caffeine, guarana, taurine, and massive amounts of sugar or artificial sweeteners all hitting your system simultaneously. Emergency rooms have documented cases of atrial fibrillation, severe blood pressure spikes, and cardiac events triggered by energy drinks in older adults. Sports drinks are a different but related problem. Unless you're running a marathon in the heat, you don't need the electrolyte load and sugar in a Gatorade or Powerade. The excess sodium can raise blood pressure. The sugar, up to 34 grams in a bottle, is unnecessary. And the artificial dyes? Your kidneys, which naturally decline in function after 60, have to filter all of it out. If you need hydration after a walk or light exercise, water with a tiny pinch of quality salt and a squeeze of citrus does the job without the chemical load. If you need energy, a small black coffee or green tea gives you clean caffeine with antioxidants, not a cardiac stress test in a can. They look innocent. Clear, refreshing, often with pictures of fruit and words like vitamin and 0 calorie on the label. But flip that bottle around. Look at the ingredient list. It's a chemistry experiment. Artificial sweeteners we've already discussed. But many of these drinks also contain phosphoric acid, bone leaching, artificial colors linked to cellular stress, and preservatives that your aging kidneys and liver have to process. There is 0 nutritional value in these bottles. And if it says vitamin water, please check which vitamins and how much. Often there are a sprinkle of synthetic vitamins sitting in sugar water. You're far better off getting your vitamins from food and your hydration from clean water. This is what I call spa water. It takes 30 seconds to make. Water, cucumber slices, a few mint leaves, maybe some frozen berries for a subtle flavor. It's beautiful, it's refreshing, and every single ingredient is real. Your body recognizes every molecule. After 60, that matters. I've told you what to avoid. Let me give you the positive protocol. What should you be drinking after 60? Here's my simple daily blueprint. First thing in the morning, before anything else, 16 ounces of plain water. Room temperature is easier on the system. This rehydrates your brain and wakes up your organs after a night of fasting. Mid-morning, green tea. It has L-theanine, which calms the mind without sedation, and catechins, which are powerful antioxidants. Plus moderate caffeine for gentle alertness. Afternoon, if you tolerate coffee, a small black coffee. Pair it with a handful of almonds or walnuts for stable energy. Evening, sparkling water with citrus or an herbal tea like chamomile, peppermint, or rooibos. Calming, hydrating, zero sugar, zero chemicals. And throughout the day, the foundation is plain water. Aim for 6 to 8 glasses. Your cells, your skin, your kidneys, they all run on water. Everything else is optional. Water is mandatory. Here's the truth. Your body after 60 is not the same body you had at 40. It's not worse. It's not broken. It's just different. And it deserves a different level of care. Every drink you choose is either feeding disease or fueling vitality. There's very little neutral ground. So here's my challenge. Look in your refrigerator right now after this video. If you find the sodas, the fruit juices, the chemical water, dump them. Seriously, pour them down the sink. Replace them with the simple, clean options I just showed you. Do it today. Don't finish the bottle first. Don't wait until the weekend. The bottle you finish is more damage you're doing to a body that's been working hard for you for 60 plus years. Now I want to hear from you. Drop a comment below right now. Which of these drinks was the biggest surprise for you? Which one are you going to cut out first? I read these comments, and when you share your commitment publicly, you're 10 times more likely to follow through. So put it in writing down there. Let's hold each other accountable. If this video gave you a wake-up call, hit that like button. It helps this message reach someone who might be pouring a healthy juice tomorrow morning with no idea what's actually in it. And if you haven't subscribed, this is your moment. Hit subscribe and ring that notification bell. We're building a community of people who want to age with strength, clarity, and real information, not marketing gimmicks. I don't want you to miss what's coming. Thank you for trusting me with your time today. That means everything. Drink smart, live long, and I'll see you in the comments and in the next video. Bye for now.